A little more time. Aye, but will it be enough for him? I'm too weak. I don't know if I can do it.
They do not yet see it, but the grove stirs. What was planned in silence will grow in strength. Roots below, branches beyond. And from these seeds, power will return. The grove comes to life. Next season taking its place. Root entwined, branches reach, and the heart forge stirs again. From its depths its energy calls, a beacon of creation. Burning bright. And across the mountains, valleys, and shadowed halls, the call is heard. But as the past has shown, not all who answer come in light.
April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots of spring rain. Those lines are from T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland. They've been in my head a lot lately. Maybe it's because I just finished The Price of Glory, a book about Verdun. And I think we're 100 years later, and the numbers still don't make any sense. Hillsides turn into graveyards, and yet grass still grows. Yeah, my thoughts. My thoughts are in turmoil, but as I've said, painting is my therapy. School has started. My anxiety is high. I'm trying to get several things painted for the channel, but at least I can say that the seasonal trees for the grove are finally reaching completion for the channel. And for me, I think a lot of my melancholy has shaped the lore emerging from this build. I mean, when Hal and I started this grove, we talked about the 4 seasons of doing spring, summer, autumn, and winter, each kind of feeding the next. But in fact, the skeletons and the bases are there for Warhammer lore, sure, but I began to think about how they fit the deeper story I was telling, and how death is woven into the very roots of the grove. And then life. And as I looked at those skeletons, that's where the idea of the 5 sisters came from. Why 5? Honestly, it's because when I bought the twisted trees from Tabletop Terrain, there were 5 trees in it. And I guess that's how inspiration works sometimes. I mean, spring is not just a clean, perfect beginning. It grows out of everything that literally died before it. And in life, we tend to think of spring as rebirth, but that new growth, it really draws nourishment from the death of winter. I mean, none of it starts entirely fresh. Our spring is shaped by what came before us. Our DNA, our life circumstances, the way we were raised, all of it. I mean, I look at my own spring. It was messy. I mean, looking back, I had great parents. I mean, they did the best they could with the tools that they had, but I still struggled facing life, being naive and clueless and not feeling any help. And when my son was born, that was like a spring for me, but it was fed by everything I had been through up to that point. The good, the bad. And I know he has inherited some of my storms. My struggles with mental health did not vanish with me. They left their mark on him too. And summer, I mean, that's when life is in full swing. That's where we face victories, our defeats, our triumphs, our tragedies, and they're all tangled together. I mean, my summer has been pretty messy. Not the real summer, but my life summer. I mean, I have moments that still sting, and some I'm pretty proud of, but every one of those have shaped me into who I am at 62. Now, well, now I'm in my autumn. I've weathered a lot of storms, and I think I've been polished by a lot of successes, and you know what? I've kind of learned to accept both. But autumn is kind of where you really notice the scars. I mean, the bark holds them right alongside the rings of triumph. In the trees, autumn's leaves are a crown. They're bright with beauty, even though they signal the coming of winter. And yes, there is a winter tree, and not to sound too depressing, but we're all going to face that winter eventually. Now, me, I'm closer to my winter than many of you, but you know what? I really don't dread it. I'm not afraid of it. Maybe nervous about the process, but not the result. I mean, this year I really faced the fact that, of course, several years ago, my real dad died, and then this last year, my stepdad, he's gone, and now they've both passed away, and, some days it really kind of feels like winter came early to me. But I know that winter is not just an ending, it carries the seeds for whatever comes next. I mean, I think about what both of my dads left me. I think about their strengths, and yeah, I think a lot about their weaknesses too, because they had them. But they did have some pretty good strengths. And some of those I've passed on to my son, both some of those strengths and, unfortunately, some of those weaknesses. But I may see some of those, but I already see seeds of strength even in him, even if he can't see them yet. But hopefully, what I leave behind will spark a newer spring in him, and even more so a strong summer for him, if that makes sense. If you've made it this far in the video, you're probably asking, what does this have to do with anything about painting miniatures or trees or the grove or the build? It's just that a lot of things go through my head, and as I said, while painting, I listen to music and I think a lot. And as I say, it's therapy for me. And I don't know, maybe some of these ideas are not lame. Hopefully maybe you can appreciate them as I let them spin through my head and jot these things down to share with y'all. But here we are. Finally, I feel like I'm reaching a milestone with this build. I still have a lot more to do with it, but for the most part, I feel like I'm just about ready to shift gears in this build. Hopefully, you'll continue to carry on with me, and let me share with you my mistakes and my successes, and hopefully you'll appreciate it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Please share a comment. Reach out to me. Let me know if anything I'm doing has a synergy with you. If it inspires you or encourages you in any way, I really would like to hear about that. And plus, it helps the algorithm for you to put a like on it and then drop a share or a comment especially. It lets YouTube know somebody has interacted with this video. So if you have any questions about anything we've done here, let me know. I talked to Hal as we were thinking about this. I will put a paint scheme down below if you are interested in any of the color things that I've done here and anything. But let me know. Ask a question, I'll answer it. And so, here we are at Barak-Karandul. The grove stands in all of its seasons. The autumn tree stands proud, the spring and the summer tree, and even the winter tree stands below. It looks finished, but it isn't the end. The roots grow deeper than you can see, and they'll feed whatever grows next for the channel, for me, for anybody paying attention.
We must hurry. The roots have returned. We must break free soon.